Hey, what's up, Chaos? How's it going? Chocobo. Chocobo. No, I thought they did a pretty good job with this. I don't know why waterfalls hurt you, though. It's kind of funny. Hey, Samson. Oh, nice. Wish everybody could use those. Oh, dude, I think the pacing's even better. You're not wrong when you said this version's completely different. I like it so much better. I'm actually really having fun playing this. I had to turn down the boost a little bit. I had the boost up pretty high, and I already hit level 99 on my jobs for 2 of them. So I turned down the boost. I left the gold boost on though, because I hate grinding for money. But the pacing is better. It's not nearly as boring. I don't know what they did with that DS version, but to me it felt slower. Like the world music and everything, I don't know, it was kind of boring. I just got past the gold mansion, so I'm pretty much where I left off. I think I got a little further. I can't get around these guys. What the hell? Finally. I can just push them away in this version. Come here. I actually like the arrangement on this version. So all of the pixel remasters have the option. Usually I have it on original sound, but I actually like the arrangement on this version. Oh yeah, how many? Only 2. Okay, that's easy. They're like right here. Yeah, I think maybe a little over half. Must be on the other side then. Oh, great. Yep, there it is. That's it? 2 earthen drums? I actually got an earthen drum trying to get the turtle shell shield. Some of the soundtracks, I like the original better. Like 6, like 100%. I listened to the original on that. Oh, yeah. It's got great world music. So, you're right, though. This version's way better. And I noticed, like what you were saying with the bosses, you don't get that annoying double attack Oh, dude, that's what really irritated me. Oh, no, they screwed up the DS version. I didn't realize they made that many changes. All right. What is so? Oh, Northwestern. That's east. What am I doing? I just thought it was unfair. That's all. And it just irritated me. I don't like sand. It's coarse and irritating. There you go, buddy. I don't know. There was just something about it. It just felt slower. I don't know. Like, it wasn't even so much the boss thing either. They didn't have quick saves in that version either, so you couldn't save mid dungeon. So what I would always do is I'd get all the treasure chests, then I would leave, and I'd go heal up, and then I'd go back and I'd save it and try to get to the boss, without getting attacked. So that was annoying about that version. Literally, this one doesn't have saves mid-dungeon either, but you can do a quick save. And it gets everywhere. Hey, we got a turtle shell. Oh, that's new. What is that? Oh. Okay. Never mind. Those aren't new. And how many do I gotta do here? This one has a chest at least. Ooh. This is summon magic. Right. This must be the first game that introduced summons then. I always thought Final Fantasy V was the first one that actually had summons, but this one has it too. And this one also has chocobos. So I'm wondering if that was in the original or if they just added that. Because I always thought 5 was the first one. No, wait, 5 is the first one for Moogles. That's right. Moogles was the first one in 5. Yeah, it's gotta be. They didn't have them in the second one. Like Golgan. Oh, they're blind. That's right. Yeah, they sure are. Chocobos here. I do believe it's the Moogles. I think 5 was Moogles. No, it's been a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying it. Let's see. When was it? 3, it says. No joke. So it says this game is the first one for Moogles, too. I don't know if that's true. Huh. That's what they were saying, unless they meant North American Final Fantasy 3, which is 6, and I know that's wrong too, because they are 5. They are in 5, but I do believe they're enemies. They're not actual like friendly things. Whatever. Ooh, another elixir. Last one I had to give away. Alright, so I got all the items. I just need to find the chest now. Only 2 buildings you can go in. It's got to be in here then. Maybe. Well, no, just the article. It said Final Fantasy 3, but in North America, that would have been 6. So if it's North American Final Fantasy 3, that would be 6. I know that one had Moogles, but I believe 5 did as well. So I don't know if that's right. Aha, here we go. Yeah, I was looking it up. Yeah, I'm following a guide for all the secret crap. So I'm gonna platinum it. I didn't want to miss anything. I mean, I've played the majority of this game before already. I still want to know what the hell happened to my Final Fantasy mug. I have not been able to find that. Bought a really cool 30th anniversary Final Fantasy coffee mug, and I can't find it anywhere. What do you mean, what happened to the cats? Yep, it says they're cave-dwelling creatures. Guard Doja the Mage. And the next appearance is Final Fantasy V. So that's interesting. I always thought 5 was the first one for Moogles. Okay. Yeah. That's what it said, anyways. And yeah, I'm full health. All right, that place is done. Wait. Let's double check. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Now we can go and crash. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm going to save it first. Now we gotta go crash. So is it down here, I think? Yeah, it's down here. I remember this part. Nice. I didn't know it would let me save. Yeah, both. Yeah. Black Hawk. I watched that. Speaking of, about a month ago. I haven't seen that movie in forever. That was a big army. Yeah, I fit right in. That was a pretty pathetic game. I'm still laughing over some of those sacks, though. We looked up the Seahawks defensive line. Okay, they got 3 guys that are over 300 pounds and 1 dude that's 295 for like their main defensive line. I'm like, dude, that's 1,000 pounds of whip your ass right there. And boy, did they ever. Yeah, dude, those guys are huge. And you know, they were making Patriots offensive line look like toothpicks. Those guys are probably like 250 to 280. So yeah, no. So was it 99? You had 98, 99, 0, and 91. 91, dude, that guy looks like a literal tank. I looked up their schedule. Not only did Seahawks have to beat the 49ers twice, but they also had to beat the Rams twice. So they played some pretty hard teams. They ended up playing the 49ers again in the playoffs. So they actually fought them 3 times, and one was back-to-back. They literally played them week 18 And then they played them again in the playoffs. So they played the 49ers twice, back to back. Oh, he got the MVP? Yeah, it says that he was that no, it was Murphy. Murphy the second. I didn't know who the MVP was. Southwest, it says. Ooh, that's a new one. Why isn't it telling me to get those? I was thinking they should have given the MVP to the kicker, because I have never, in my entire life, I have never seen a kicker win an MVP before. And if any of them should have done it, it should have been him. Because he literally won that game for them. If it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have done very well. And he did that epic kick right at the end where he got him to like the 3-yard line. And it went out like literally like right at the end. It was perfect. It was a perfect kick, or punt, I should say. Literally a perfect punt. He couldn't have gotten any closer. Oh, I looked up Patriots schedule too. They were fighting like Miami Dolphins and the Browns and the Jets and stuff like that. It was way easier. Now, I'm wondering who the MVP was. Kenneth Walker III. He's the one that made the interception, right? Wow. He's the first running back to win the award in 28 years. He's the one of 8 who went for a running back to win. Highest since 1998. Holy crap. That was a deserving one, for sure. Usually they always give it to the quarterback. You know, I always just kind of feel like that's always like a wasted award. Because, yeah, I mean, granted, you can't win if you have not a very good quarterback, but it's like some of the other guys never really seem to get a shot. And there's games that I've seen at the Super Bowl where it's like, oh, dude, this guy's got to get it. Nope, it's always like the quarterback. I mean, it's almost always the quarterback, I should say. Probably 95% have been quarterbacks. Oh, I get that. I get that. But I mean, that's their job. That's all they do is throw the ball. Whereas it's like some of the other guys, they're having to play a lot of more of like jack of all trades type stuff. So I'm not saying that, you know, the quarterbacks, they're not deserving. I'm just saying it seems like it's always it's always them that wins it. And that's one thing I was noticing about your offensive line. It could use some work. I think you got a good quarterback. I think the line, though, the offensive line needs some work. It definitely could improve. Keep your defense the way it is and improve the offensive line a little bit, and you guys would be unstoppable. But Seahawks defense, man, those guys, that was actually pretty great watching that. Every time I'd look, they were getting it's either a sack or an interception. The pick six, that was great. At first, they ruled it a fumble, but I was like, I don't see how that's a fumble. And I said it was a pick six from the beginning, and then a few more minutes go by, and they're like, actually, that was counted as a interception to a touchdown. So it's like, yeah, pick six. All right. Anyways, it's kind of a lousy game, though. Kind of a boring game with really boring commercials. Shut. Okay. Oh, I remember Garuda. Okay. Yeah, I killed Garuda. I remember fighting him. You know what? I thought that was really interesting. So the commentator, what is his name? Like Chris something? I can never remember that guy's name. He pointed out that there hasn't ever been a scoreless or a shutout. That's what it was. There hasn't been a shutout in Super Bowl history. And I thought it was quite a coincidence. Literally 6 seconds after he said that, the Patriots got a touchdown. And I was like, that is quite a coincidence. They kept it a 2-possession game the entirety of the game, though. In fact, I think they even got up to 4 possession there for a while at the end. But I just thought that was quite a coincidence. He talks about there's never been a shutout in a Super Bowl history, and then 6 seconds later, the Patriots score a touchdown. And they had that. Yeah, anyways. Quite a coincidence. Oh, great. Honestly, I was thinking that it would be a lot worse than it was. Oh, he also made the comment, too, that so far there hasn't been any penalties. And then they ended up getting that defensive interference. And it was shortly after he said there's been no penalties this game. They got a penalty. I'm like, what the hell? That is weird. It was just a really strange coincidence. Or maybe it wasn't a coincidence at all. I don't know. But I just thought both of those was really weird. Yeah. And like it was like literally just about 10 seconds after he said that, you guys get the defensive holding penalty. And then right as he says that there's never been a shutout in Super Bowl history, 6 seconds later, the Patriots score. I'm like, dude, this is weird. Is that a coincidence? Or I don't know. It's almost like there's a script. They should have ejected that Patriot. Yeah, the Seahawk guy got a late hit, but that guy was like literally grabbing his face mask. That guy should have been ejected. Yeah, me and my brother are always talking about stuff like that. He noticed because he did a lot of the, oh, what do you call it? It's like you pick a team and then you gamble with the team. Never remember what it is. He did that for a long time. But this year he didn't even watch. I don't even know if he watched the Super Bowl. I don't even think he watched the football game all season. I know I didn't. Super Bowl's the only one I watched. But anyways, we'll just say when gambling was allowed, I think it started in like 2010, 2011. That's whenever I noticed the rules seem to be much more vague. And it allows the refs to kind of call things how they want a certain outcome. That is a big chocobo. Oh, he's like a banker. Interesting. Yeah, I think it is. That's funny. All contain Gishel greens. That should be all of them. But yeah, there's more exceptions to the rules now than the rule themselves. It's ridiculous. Okay, we gotta follow the moat to get to this guy. Center of town. Ooh, nice. This prince has to be in your party for this. That's interesting. Southeastern section, okay. Oh, it's already... It's almost time for me to go fix dinner. But what was your favorite commercial? I didn't have very many good ones. I saw 3 that I thought were pretty funny. Well, one wasn't funny, but... Oh, yeah. That was a spoof of, Good Will Hunting. I thought the Sabrina Carpenter one with the Pringles was pretty hilarious. And the Liquid Death energy drink one I thought was pretty funny too. Okay, so that'll be a whole dungeon there then. Yeah, I'll probably just save it and get some dinner going here. Yeah, the heads exploding. I thought that was pretty funny. And then the Budweiser Eagle commercial I thought was pretty good too. But most of it was just so mediocre. It was just drab. I don't know. So it was like 99% forgettable, with a couple good gems thrown in. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Oh, what was it? There was 1 year the commercials were so depressing, people were committing suicide after the game ended. What year was that? I remember reading an article talking about it, and yeah, it was just like, it was so depressing. It was like all they were was like domestic violence commercials and crap like that. And it was just like depressing. But yeah, I read that there was more people actually committed suicide during or after that Super Bowl than any other one in history. And yeah, it was just commercial after commercial, like the most depressing crap. I can't remember what year that was. That one was probably one of the worst. So, but yeah, at least it wasn't that. But still, it was pretty like meh. I know Toyota pulled out last year. They said that they would never put a commercial in the Super Bowl again. There was quite a few companies that left. Toyota used to sponsor them, like, pretty heavily. But anyways, I'm going to go and figure out what to do for dinner here. So I'll be back later.